welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about some tips and advice for people who are going to be going to Vegas. This is more towards people who are going for like their 21st birthday or any birthday in that matter. So this is going to be more of the adult side of my video, so I'm going to be talking about like alcohol and stuff like that. I'm not really into detail, but just like some tips and advice about stuff like that, because I recently went with my friend Andrea for her 21st birthday in Vegas, and I'll be showing some pictures and stuff from that. And I was thinking to myself, if I didn't go with someone who's already gone to Vegas like this before, like how would I have known to do the things that we did there? So hopefully if you are going to Vegas, or you know of someone who's going to Vegas, you can share these tips with them, or just listen to these tips and see some more information about how you guys, or you in general, can go to Vegas and save a lot of money, a lot of time, and just have a lot of fun. So if you guys are new to my channel, my name is Jade, welcome, and I hope you guys like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get started in these tips. So my first tip, if you're going with an all-girl group to Vegas, is to find a promoter. So basically a promoter is someone who gets paid in Vegas to have girls or like a group of people go to clubs that are around in the casinos. So this person usually will stand outside of a casino, or they'll be inside a casino, and usually when they see a group of girls together, this guy or girl, whoever the promoter is, will approach you and ask if you guys are in a group together and want to go to a club. That's usually like their first pitch that they do for these girl groups or whatever groups there are. And if you are with all girls, I recommend that you do get a promoter. Just be careful with some people, because not everybody, you know, is there for good reason. So just be careful. And if you're in the large group of people, it's a little better than being like with 2 or 3 people. So for example, my friend Alex, she's in the friend group that I went with. She's already been to Vegas multiple times, so she knew promoters already. She already had their contact information. So most of our things that were planned was planned ahead because she already got in contact with them. But one day we were in Caesar's Palace, and this guy just approached us when we were at the ice bar and asked if we want to go to the club and stuff. So like we exchanged numbers, and well, Alex and him exchanged numbers, and he told us like the club that we were going to, what casino to go to, like when to check in and everything like that. So basically it's just to get you into the club for free, because other people, if they don't have a promoter, they have to wait in usually like an hour to 2 hour long line. They have to pay to get in. And so like we literally felt like VIP access, because we got into these clubs like ahead of the line. When we're in there, we got an hour at the bar to drink anything we wanted for the hour. So that was very cool as well. Like usually drinks are very expensive at the bar, so like we got a whole hour of free drinks. And sometimes when you're inside the club, depending on what club it is, they may give you like a table. So one of the spots that we went to, this guy saw us dancing and he offered us a table, so we got to sit in this like VIP section at this guy's table, and we just got to like have free drinks and just chill and hang out. We were able to sit. That's what we're happy about, was just being able to sit, because you know there's nowhere usually to sit in a club because it's really packed. So I recommend getting a promoter, and again, if you know people who go to Vegas regularly, ask them for their promoter. That way you know that they can be trustworthy, and just make sure it's not anybody sketchy. Tip number 2, if you're going to the Strip, I recommend staying on the Strip. Yes, this can be very, very expensive, but this will save you a lot of time getting Ubers and Lyfts, because if your club is in the same hotel in the casino, you could literally walk downstairs and you'd be fine. Or you can walk like next door to the casino. So staying on the Strip is really beneficial, and depending on your amount of people that you're going with, you can also share a room. 7 of us went to Vegas and we all shared one room. So we had 2 beds, we had 2 people on one bed, 2 people on the other bed, and the rest of us were on the floor, and then we just switched out every night. So that is a great way to save a lot of money, is just staying on the Strip and staying in one room. The third tip and advice is, if you are gonna take an Uber or Lyft, make sure you split the money. You know, don't have one person always paying for the Ubers and Lyfts, because it does get expensive. So on the Strip, I was the one always calling the Ubers and Lyfts, but my friends would Venmo me the money so that it was like canceling out. So that's a good way to also like save money, is to split all your Ubers and Lyft. Number 4 is just plan your your agenda, plan your trip, what you're gonna do, where you're gonna go, and who you're gonna see. I definitely recommend this. That way you know exactly what you're gonna do. You're not scrambling to try to figure out what to do and where to go. But if you make an agenda, we actually like made an agenda of exactly what we were gonna do, where we were gonna go, and what we were gonna eat. So we knew to the dot what we were gonna do and everything. Just also be prepared for things that may change, you know, like sometimes a club may change the theme, or like it may be full or something like that. So always just have a backup plan if you do have your trip planned out. Tip number 5 is to avoid driving if you can. I know everyone's situation is different. So if you want to drive there from where we are, it takes like 6 hours to drive to Vegas. So we just did not want to deal with that. So we just took a plane. But depending on where you are and what you want to do, you can drive or not, just up to you. But I recommend not driving because you would have to pay to have your car parked in places. And Treasure Island is the only casino I know of that has free parking on the strip. So everywhere else you're gonna have to pay for parking, and it's gonna be very expensive. So if you're just going for like someone's 21st birthday, I recommend just flying over there if you can. It saves a lot of money. You can do round trip, and then that way you can just take Ubers and Lyfts or walk. But if you're planning to like go out and do other things in Vegas or around Vegas, then I would take your car. Number 6 is to plan your cute outfits. This may be, like I said, more for girls, and it may be cliche, but you know, everyone wearing the same color. Like one night we all wore black dresses to the club, and that's the night that we actually got that VIP access. So you never know, maybe how your group dresses may give you some VIP access, which is very bad sometimes, but that's just how Vegas works. That's how the society is in Vegas. So just plan cute outfits. You guys can match every single night. If you're going for like a bachelorette party, you know, match every night. That way you guys know that you're in a group together, and that way not one person's singled out and can be like, you know, left alone or something. Like if you know you're all wearing the same thing or like similar things, you know your group and you know who's in your group. If you're going with people you may not know. Number 7, I recommend going to Vegas during special events like someone's birthday or a bachelorette party, because you usually get free drinks if you do it that way. I know when we went, like everybody was giving my friend a free drink, and they were like saying happy birthday to her and everything like that. And I went to Vegas in, let's see. I went to Vegas like a couple months ago, and it was 6 months after my 21st. I wore my sash to Vegas because I said, you know what? It's still my birthday. This is my Vegas birthday, so I wore my sash. In some places I did end up getting free drinks with my family, so just depends on like the situation and where you are. But I would definitely recommend wearing a sash or crown so people know that it's your special day. Number 8, this is for the drinkers if you're gonna go to Vegas to drink. There's a place called Fat Tuesday, and they sell really tall drinks that are like this big, like literally this big, and they're frozen drinks. So it's really nice, and it's perfect for when it gets hot in Vegas, because it gets hot in Vegas. But the good thing about Fat Tuesday is you can bring back your jug, and you can get to drink again, like the same amount of alcohol, but at a lower price because you already have the bottle. So that's what I did. I actually saved my Fat Tuesday from when I went with my friends, brought it back to when my family went a couple months later, and I saved like $7 on buying a whole nother one again. So just a little tip for people who may want to drink on this trip. Number 9 also involves with drinking, but try not to drink at the bar because it's so expensive. Like not even just alcohol. The first night we were there, I asked for water. It was like $15 for a little Fiji bottle that was this big. So just even water is super expensive. So if you can, definitely hydrate a lot before you go to the club. And, you know, if you're all 21, definitely like do something before you go to the club. That way you save money, because it gets expensive if you're trying to buy drinks a lot. And that was the good thing about the promoters. We got a whole hour of free drinks, so that really helped us, and not having to buy alcohol at the bar. And lastly, number 10, there are so many different things to do in Vegas that doesn't just involve gambling or drinking. There's so many places that you can go visit and go see. So if you're not really into like the party aspect, there's way more things you can do. My favorite place to go in Vegas is Fremont Street. It's like the old, basically the old strip. They have bars on there as well, and a whole bunch of casinos, but I love Fremont Street because there are some characters there. There's always people doing like singing acts, or they're like showing off their talents. It's just really fun to just walk down that strip, and it's completely covered on top. So like there's video and stuff that's playing on the top of you, I think like every hour or like every 30 minutes or something like that. But there's like, excuse me, there's, oh shit. there's like a theme for the night. So like when we went, it was Green Day themed. So like they had a whole bunch of Green Day, like a little, like a mini concert basically, but it was like all on top of you, all the way down Fremont Street, and like everything just turned into music. It was really cool. So Fremont Street is definitely my favorite place to visit when I go to Vegas. Other places you can go on the Strip would be like Circus that has like a giant indoor amusement park. So if you're bringing kids on this trip, you can, you know, go to there and have fun in the amusement park. You can just go look at the casinos if you've never been to Vegas, because they're all different, they're all unique, they're beautiful places to visit. So we just like to go walk around the casinos as well, just to look around and see what they have. And each place always has something different. Like one casino has a garden inside, and the Flamingo where we stayed out had flamingos downstairs in the casino. So there's always things to do everywhere in Vegas. So you don't just have to go to Vegas to party. There's so much things you can see and do. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have more questions or comments about Vegas, put it down below in the comment section, and I'll answer it to the best of my ability. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.